Right then, this is Sharky from Shar-Kade. So I've got an update on the pinball stuff. I've just been working on this early this morning and come into the arcade early so I could work on this, get some bits and pieces done on the pin cabinets. And then I'm going to head to work and get some work done. I've got a ton of cleanup to do in the other shop. Ready to start making a move on the other cabinets and start getting stuff out this bloody door. So I've got a ton of stuff to do next door, but in here I'm just going to be, I've been working on the pinball stuff. Now, I'll just log in there because how I've got the system is it boots up direct into Pinup Popper. It's actually shelled into Pinup Popper. It's not shelled to Windows, so it doesn't load direct into Windows. As you load the system up, it loads into Pinup Popper. Now, I did have a problem with Pinup Popper. It would error at times during load. I've sorted that out. I've done some custom script work. So I've got my bat file there that's loading in certain software and stuff like that in the background. Now, I did have a problem with Future Pinball. I kept getting an error up. Hopefully that is now sorted. I've added some new tables, new systems as well. So I've just got to go through and start cleaning up all the audio, all the tables, all the media, sorry. So at the moment we've got Zakira, is it, or Zakria Pinball. Now, I had this before. I actually had it already on the system. And it was set up, but it only had a few tables. This is the update and stuff. I had a problem with it loading as a non-Steam version. I actually done something in the background to make it look like the full Steam version and stuff, and it loads up without having to do extra bits in the background, different loaders, auto hotkeys, none of that crap. It works as it's set up through Pinup Popper. As it tells you the guide online, so it's all set up that way and it works nicely. There's a ton of playfield stuff I've got to do on it. I might just go ahead and re-record all the playfields. So I'll probably back up the playfields I've got because I don't want to have to go through and rotate each one. I'll just re-record it, set it off, it can do it itself. Because at the moment all the playfields are the opposite way around. I think most people have their playfield the other way. Mine's actually that way. So yeah, it's upside down basically. So I don't want to have to run software, a batch flipper and all that. I think I can do it through FFmpeg and all that sort of stuff. But sometimes you get video artifacts when you re-encode it and that. Yeah, so everything's going to be re-recorded for the playfields. The back glasses as well is all going to be re-recorded, so it just looks clean. I want everything looking flawless. With this as well, I've got all the wheel art. I am missing one table. I think there's 4 different versions of the one table that I'm missing of the wheel art, so I'll just go ahead, get that. Like I say, there's tons on there. There's 170 tables on there, but there is multiple versions of the different same tables. So we'll have, say, the deluxe version, we'll have the retro version and all that sort of thing for those tables. So a ton more tables. I think in total now we've got about 1,705 tables. There is some in visual pinball I've got to go through. I think I'm about quarter of the way through testing everything on the visual pinball. Future Pinball, I think I went through them quite a while back and just got all the decent tables and then working tables. There's still some re-editing I've got to do because I have updated Future Pinball, and for some reason I've lost all my my positions and stuff for the table itself. So I'll have to go through. There's only 400 tables. It will take a while, 400 tables, but I'll go through and set that back up. And I was getting an error on Future Pinball outside of Windows, it didn't like it. It didn't like it outside of Windows. I had to do some stuff in the background to get it to work properly, shelled outside of Windows. It just wasn't liking it, through DOF links and stuff like that. Now, I will probably have to get myself a test bench for these, because what I want to do is the LED matrices and the addressable LEDs. I want to set up a test bench in case I do build larger cabinets. If I build larger cabinets, and I'll add the DMD matrix stuff, the addressable LED stuff, I will then have the whole setup already on the drive itself. Now, these drives I'm not probably going to be selling. What I will be doing is I'll be uploading once I've completed it, got all the media, because the problem is with these bloody pinball machines and the games and tables and all that sort of thing, it's a ball ache finding all the media, getting all the play fields and all the back glasses looking right and getting the right media, and it's usually mixed up, and you've got some stuff that looks clean and some stuff that looks shit. I don't want none of that. I don't want it looking crap. I'm going to upload that for free. Any of the custom stuff that I've done will be removed from the drive, and I'll offer that as I'll at a cost. So anyone that has a Shar-Kade unit will have that custom back glass, custom wheel or custom displays, stuff like that. Anything I do custom, like the jukeboxes, that will be at a charge, or it'll come with the Shar-Kade units. But if you're not a Shar-Kade owner or going to be a Shar-Kade owner, I will just do use a favour, and I'll upload all the custom back glass. I'll upload the whole drive, literally the whole setup. I'll upload for free. You can then just download it for free if you are building your own pinball cabinet. But anything like this, the custom back glass and stuff like that, I'll just put the standard stuff on the still images. Any of the custom stuff will be removed from that upload. And then what I could do is I could add people as admins to the download page. So basically, if you wanted to download your own tables, test them, upload them to the drive for everyone else to have them as well, that would be the option as well. So I'll probably, if someone's really passionate about the pinball cabinets and the drives and they want to update it, because what I find is it's a minefield finding the media, finding everything that looks clean, looks right. It's a fucking minefield. You've got to sift through pages and pages and pages of shit, right? It's nothing against the pinball community and the guys that do all this stuff, but keep your shit together, collab together, put everything in a one neat fucking collection of stuff and say, right, this is such and such as we lot, this is such and such as fucking thingy, and just have it as one big fucking download, and then people can pick and choose what they fucking want, because it's a load of shit. It's you're getting, say, a new table comes out and you've got such and such as wheel off for that table, or you've got no wheel off, you've got no back glass, you've got no DMD, none of that stuff. All the play fields, everything is just gonna be there. You're gonna have everything and it's gonna look fucking clean. Know what I mean? So that's what I want to do. I'm gonna upload it. Everyone then can just download the fucker. Right? And if you want to do your own custom setups, your own bits and pieces, you can do then. Know what I mean? But then you've got a system that's fucking clean. Clean from top to bottom. It just looks right. It's like the, what I didn't like with the Pinball FX media, I had to create my own, is the playfields. I like the playfield looking like that. It's slightly animated. It's actually, when you load the game up, that's what you're seeing of the game, and you've just got that nice little video transition there with all the little characters, the characters moving and little subtle things on the table. Now, what I found is with Pinball FX, when you load the table up, it's always changing its views. It's not on a default view. It's on the standard default view, sorry. So if you leave it for a few seconds, what it'll do is it'll zoom in the camera down for you to launch the ball, or it'll be circling around the table. I didn't want that. So every table I had to load up, and before it started recording, I would then change the view and I'd leave it I'd leave it on that view, make sure I didn't zoom in to the pin shooter, and I'll just leave it on that view and re-record everything. So each and every table looks exactly like that. You haven't got the DMD up the top, none of that stuff. Everything looks like that as you would when you're playing the table or just left it on the table. You would see all that, so you get the full play field of the system on there. Hello, dude. Oh, you're getting the AMD machine next year, are you? Hey, John, mate. Yeah, so like I say, I want everything clean on the system. Then I'm just going to upload it. Upload it completely free. And like I say, the custom stuff, I'll do a charge for that. If you want my custom back glasses, stuff like that, I'll probably charge for that anyways. As for the playlists, I'm not going through adding too many playlists. I added the horror one for Halloween. So I added a horror playlist there for Halloween, and I added the custom jukeboxes for Halloween as well, for the synth wave and stuff like that. So the standard jukebox I'd probably have on the free download, but the other jukebox stuff like the Halloween jukebox, the custom Halloween, the custom synth wave, and the custom Christmas one will all be a charge. So I charge for those. For adding those, because those are all custom made. So you've got all the different tracks as well, different Christmas tracks, and all the wheel art is clean. So all the wheel art is clean. There's a couple on the Christmas one I've just got to go and re-add for those tracks. I think they're already there, they're just track names different to the actual wheel itself. So yeah, just got to add those, get those finished, and that's done. I think there's about 5 or 6 left to do on there, but everything loads and exits perfectly. Synthwave one, you've got all that custom play field as well, all the custom wheel art for there as well on the system, so you can just cycle through the different tracks again. And then I've got the templates as well. If you're going to be a Shar-Kade owner, or you purchase the extra bits and pieces from me, you've got all the templates as well. So all that background there for the wheel art, you can just replace and add your own text. And I've also got the Photoshop to do it, and I've got the font as well to add to your system, so then you can custom edit it and it all looks exactly the same, all the same text style, everything. So you'll have the font, all that sort of stuff as well for your system. So with my systems as well, I usually have Sony Vegas on for video editing, so you can edit your own videos. There's different YouTube downloaders and stuff. There's Photoshop, all that sort of thing, so you can literally edit all your own stuff. So if there was anything you wanted to edit, any wheel art out like that, you can then just edit your own wheel art and stuff as well. Hey Graham, mate. Yeah, so like I say, we've got the Pinball FX stuff done. All the Pinball FX, Pinball M, all that stuff is sorted. There's Zachariah, is it called? Pinball. That loads up now clean. I did have problems with this as well, loading in and stuff, but I've sorted all that out as well. And it stays in offline mode also. So what I'll do is it'll bypass any messages and just put you straight into the table. I've actually got to change the display as well, because I've got the borderless window border there, so I'll remove that also. If I can go in and set the different depths as well, so exits out nicely. And like I say, Pinball Arcade, we've got all the stuff there. It's just I've got to sort it out. Since updating it, it just hasn't been right, so there's something I'm missing. I'll sort that out. Future Pinball was getting an error. like I say, I've just fixed the error, so it could keep going, because I've had it before where I fixed something and it doesn't work. And these are being removed as well. All this shit, I don't like it. This you can't do anything with. This is loading your table, but the actual video loading screens, I don't like them. I don't like them. When I load my table, I want to jump from that straight to this. I don't want that shitty loading screen. I don't like it. Some of them have loading videos as well, which some of them had loading videos. Well, I think Terrifier had it, where it would load up and you'd have the Terrifier there, and it just looks crap. It looks glitchy as shit. It looks crap. I want it clean. Know what I mean? The media's got to look clean and loading in and out the tables. I don't want it looking shit when it's loading. It's as simple as that. Yeah, Zen has got some great new ones. That Elvira one's good, man.
There goes our salvage garage.
So that's Future Pinball. What I was getting is an error on screen, a .NET error, and there was something else as well, but it was all related to the actual system loading in through shelled outside of Windows. So as I loaded it up, it would be shelled outside of Windows and that's what was causing the error. But I managed to sort it. I managed to figure it out, and now it loads in and out outside of Windows, because I don't want to see the Windows screen on the playfield and then a script file run and then the system run. I don't want also people getting into Windows. I don't want Windows bars loading up on the side of the screen as it's loading different tables. I want none of that. So when you shell it outside of Windows, what it does is it allows the system to load without all the Windows artifacts. You haven't got the task manager, taskbar, and all that sort of stuff. None of that loads in. It's all, like I say, shelled outside of Windows. It looks cleaner. You know what I mean? It looks as you would turn any machine on, other than the Windows logo, which I'll probably change. I'll probably put a Shar-Kade video or something up, you know what I mean, like a loading video. But you get that Windows logo each time it loads up on the back glass display. The new Star Wars and He-Man tables. There's He-Man on here, but I don't know if it's the updated Master of the Universe one. Is that on Visual Pinball, mate? So same with Pinball FX, Visual Pinball. So I've been going through, making sure all the DMDs and back glass and all that sort of stuff looks clean. This one, the playfield's got to be re-recorded, because the playfield that's actually in game is different to the playfield that's actually on the system. But I've got to go through, test every game. I think I'm about just over a quarter of the way through. I'll test every table and make sure everything's in line and in order. And then what I'll do is I'll delete all the playfields, and then I'll just do all my own pre-recorded playfields. Just literally record everything through, just leave it running, record everything, and then we've got the full collection of everything looking clean. Know what I mean? All the back glass, all the DMD, all that stuff looking clean. Then you've got no different artifacts on your main menu, none of that stuff. Everything looks, then everything will look as the table looks. Get what I'm saying? So it'll look the same on the main screen as it does when you actually load the table, all that sort of thing. So we're not getting anything confused. And it just looks cleaner that way. Hey, Wicked Gamer, mate. Yeah, I'm building them, mate. You can purchase one if you want. They're on offer at the minute, because these are test builds really, until I get the software flawless. And that's why I've been working as much as I can to then push the pinball cabinets, mate. And then, like I say, I'll just release the pinball software absolutely free. I'll just upload it, then everyone can just have fucking everything sorted. They can have all the media, everything, working as it should do and looking as it should do. It just looking clean. And then that way, anything I do custom will be on the Shar-Kade units, or it'll come at a price. So if someone wants custom back glasses, they can just pay for it. With the Shar-Kade units, so Pinball FX, Pinball, Pinball FX3, Pinball FX, and Pinball M will be the full versions of the games. You'll have all the tables, future updates, all that sort of stuff's absolutely free. With all the online play, all that sort of stuff. So you'll have all that. So even the Elvira table, I think I was one of the first that posted a video of playing the Elvira table. I was straight on it. I even figured out what table number it was without even knowing the table number. I just guessed it. And it's pretty easy to do. The tutorials you see online how to do it, it's harder. And I found an easier, quicker way to just do it. It literally takes 2 minutes, if that, to actually add the table instead of waiting for Pinball Universe, is it? Visual Pinball Universe or something like that, to then upload the export file sort of thing for adding your tables, so your table files. So you don't then need that. And what I probably do for Shar-Kade customers, because all my systems will have all the editing software, I'll show you how to make your own custom back glasses as well, and all that sort of stuff as well, mate. Hey Johnny, mate, I'll explain. I have seen your messages and that. I've just had stuff going on in the background, mate. So I will contact you this week, mate, and we'll jump on. Okay, bud. I've got an update for you as well. I've got some settings updates for you as well, Johnny, mate. Okay, mate. Yes, the pinball stuff, J-Rod, mate, is these all right. These at the minute are going to be all right to build. They're not too difficult to throw together. I've just, because obviously I'm on my own now, building on my own. Big pinball cabinets is going to be a ball ache today at the minute, because it's too heavy. You do need all the equipment. I haven't really got the room. I have up the other shop, but I haven't really got the room to build big units, big heavy pinball cabinets, because they are heavy. And then shipping is a ball ache as well. These are going to be easier. What I'll probably do is look at some custom packaging for the units themselves. So they'll probably come in 3 boxes. Because they come 3 separate units, they'll probably do them in 3 boxes, then put them on a pallet, then ship them. I think that's probably going to be the better way. How much for a PC machine, mate? What, you just want one of my PCs, do you? Everything's up on the website, dude, all the pricing and everything. The drive and stuff, yeah, I'm looking at selling my one that I've got, the Yar. So that one I'm hopefully going to sell. And then I'll probably, in the next year sometime, I'll get in, if I can, the Yar 3. And then all the configuration should be the same as well on the Yar 3. And I'll be looking at maybe doing a drive. Or get me hands on someone else's drive and turn it into a Yar drive. So it'll not be really the drive itself for sale, it'll be the setup that's on there will be for sale. So the Yar setup, the different software, stuff like that, it'll come preloaded on a drive or something. Because I could do a drive, but I can't be arsed. There's so many drives out there that you can just download. So I'll probably just add my setup onto one of those drives or something, and I'll just obviously promote whoever's drive it is. Know what I mean? And send people their way, sort of thing. So yeah. So yeah, Graham's had a go, haven't you, mate? You come down the other day and had a go of it. So yeah, like I say, it's just going through everything, making sure everything is working and playing right. Missed it. So like I say, I'll clean everything up as and when I can. And as for pre-orders of these machines, just hit us up at dean@sharkade.co.uk, and we'll keep it at the price it is at the moment for these, and then later on I'll probably knock the price up, because obviously the hours it'll take to build the units themselves. There will be some changes on the inside as well. There'll be some extras on the inside that this one hasn't got, and like I say, we'll probably be doing the addressable LEDs. But what I'll do is down the sides, I'll have some addressable LEDs going up the sides of these, so you can see them shoot up. And what I'll do is I'll probably inlay a acrylic insert. I've just got to see what the measurements of that is, so then I can get an acrylic insert in there, make it all look nice and clean. And that way as well, you're not getting really the lights shining on. With Extreme Gaming Cabinets, had a metal piece to stop the glare, so I think that was a good idea of them doing that. So I'll probably look at doing something similar to that as well. And then for the toppers and stuff, I'll add everything ready for adding toppers. DMD, like I say, will be a full DMD instead of the widescreen DMDs, so that'll be changed on the system. The RGB LEDs, these are just RGB ones and not addressable. Those would also be changed for the custom speaker grills and for the flipper buttons as well. And we'll be keeping these gold leaf flipper buttons as well. They look nice. They've got that nice clear glass look to them. I couldn't think of the word there. And for mini amps, though this has got a mini amp on the front, I'm also looking at 7.1 mini amps. So this might also be changed as well, because for the SFF you can change the different volume levels on the SFF itself for the different speakers. I may do a one so you can then just change the different audios on there. You'll have all the different dials, or even the custom faceplate, so you've got all the different dials and stuff, and you can on the fly just change the volume of your different speakers and stuff like that for the different tables. Because like I say, I've just done another video live on Facebook there with the pin volume. I like the look of it. I like the way the volume bar comes up. I've set it up properly as well. I've looked at it. I've done all the setup exactly how it should be. All right. It does something with the audio, and I don't like it. It doesn't make the audio sound great. It does cause a bit of crackling to the speakers, and it causes some like numbness audio in the background, even when you're changing the different volume levels. So you have your front speakers, your back speakers, changing the volume levels. It just doesn't sound right. It sort of dumbs the audio down, and I like my audio as it is. It sounds great. So I'll probably come up with something different, and what I'll probably do is I'll design my own GUI. My phone's going to die, so I'll have to hurry up. I'll probably create my own GUI. So my volume bar, I'll probably just create something that shows the volume going up and down. That's it, right? Everything will then be controlled by the front of the machine for volume. So all the different audio can be controlled by the front, but then you'll be able to just have an on-screen volume up and down bar as well if you just want to do volume down on it. And I'll have a hotkey that just puts it in night mode. That's it. Like a night mode, like a quiet mode. Just one button press does it half volume, something like that, know what I mean? Because what I don't want, like I say, is I don't want what pin volume's doing. It's doing something weird with it, and I have set it up properly, and it's twice now I've done it, where it's set up both different ways I had it, and it's doing the same sort of thing in the background. It just doesn't sound right. I'm not a fan of it at all. I will play around with it a bit more. Maybe there is something I'm doing wrong, but I can see everything is set up perfectly, and it's just I don't like the way it acts with the audio. It glitches out at times where it does this crackling, where I thought it was my speakers going. It actually wasn't. It was actually pin volume that was causing it. So, and that was all set up with the SFF and all that sort of thing. So, yeah. So, like I said, there is still a bit left to do, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I think I'll have to get the different solenoids set up. So I've got all the different solenoids set up inside for DOF links and stuff. And then there's only the addressable LEDs as well. And then that's it. It should be all sorted. There's a few other things I'll be adding as well that I've seen other tables have, which are quite nice. And then maybe look at the VR stuff as well. Maybe get that stuff set up. So with a VR as well, you need a really powerful machine anyways. You know what I mean? So that'll probably be available for the 4K versions. So we'll do a 4K version, and we've got the 2K version, which is this one here as well. The only problem is with adding different jacks. Now we'll have jacks on the amps, you know what I mean? We'll have microphone jacks. That's another thing I'll probably add as well, is karaoke, which I haven't seen anyone else have, is karaoke on there as well. Because on our mini amps we do have a microphone port. So probably add a nice karaoke thingy. Stern motors, I don't know if I'll get them in, mate, because of the size of the unit. You know what I mean? We've got a gaming PC inside there. We've got all the different amplifiers and the cabling and stuff like that. I don't think there's room for shaking motors and stuff. You know what I mean? So I've just got to be careful what I do put in and how much I can. There are many pins. It is limited of what I can stuff in there. You know what I mean? I just don't want to chuck everything I possibly can in there. Shaking motor, stuff like that. If I ever build big units, then I can just have a test bench to do that, to then add that later down the line. You know what I mean? And just have them removed. What I have seen on, was it Rec Rooms as well, different switches to turn off certain things. So I'll probably do pre-wiring for switches as well, so things can be turned on and off on the fly. So I'm going to leave it there because my phone's about to die. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch us all in the next one. Bye.